Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chatmanitors, for your help. I appreciate it. I'm always looking around to make sure I didn't forget something. Okay, the major news this morning is the Epstein situation. According to the reports, an email, well, a stack of email from, I don't know how many of them, so sorry if I say stack because I don't know how many, were released by Epstein's estate, and it has Trump or him talking about Trump a number of times. And I wasn't surprised, like I said. He knew everything that was my prediction intuitively, that he knew what was going on, and that's why he does not want any of this file, anything about this to be released at all. But I feel we are going to find out everything. But don't expect the going to be easy. He's going to try to do everything in his power to make sure this does not get out. I was watching CNN a little while ago, and Congresswoman Crockett was on, and she said what I just said, that right now she thinks Trump is behind the scenes trying to find ways to prevent the release of that file. But the pressure is going to be too much. Let's put it this way, intuitively I feel, I don't think it's a week, but within a week to a month, we will find out. They're going to be released. That's what I feel. That's my prediction. And the next, I wrote something down. I wanted to talk about it. The next thing I want to talk about are the ICE agents leaving Chicago. Intuitively, do you guys remember? I'm sorry, I have to go with what I'm saying. Do you remember I said Trump will fire Stephen? It feels like to me behind the scenes, things are not going well between Trump, Stephen, Vought, and those people. Basically, like I said, he has not been doing his part of being president. Stephen and others have been carrying out the day-to-day work and giving orders as to what to happen. And it's beginning to catch up. Trump is very unhappy about last Tuesday. Don't believe the facade that, we got, Democrats back down, Democrats this. My friends, like I said Monday in my video, Democrats, yes, I don't like the way they, basically negotiated and shut down the government. I mean, to reopen the government. But, I agree with the logic behind it. Too many people suffering, among other things, like I said. But Republicans are not going to win, okay? So don't believe the notion that Trump knows people behind the scenes, because he'll forget, okay? People behind the scenes are fully aware of the consequences of what's been happening, and they can't win this. So what they're going to have to do is find a way to blunt the success of Democrats, but that will fail. But the people who have been carrying out all those shenanigans and also ICE activities, that's blowing up because they did not expect the amount of pushback from the public. And it's getting worse. It's not getting better. Like I predicted a long time ago, I said this is not going to work. That's the wrong approach. They should have used the Obama approach, quietly, you give people their rights, and you do it the right way. Instead, they did what they did, and now it's blowing up, and the economy, those who, he believed in tariff anyway, and others in his cabinet who were gung-ho about it, that's blowing up. Now he's unhappy. We did not publicly, we're never going to see him. If you remember, those of you who have been with me for a while, in 2020 or 2019, during that election, he used to come out and, a beautiful facade, everything was fine, we're going to win, blah, blah, blah. And I said, don't believe that facade. The same thing he's doing again. They're putting a brave face, we're going to win, blah, 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 or, Democrats back down, we knew they were going to do it. Yeah, no. They are panicking behind the scenes. A lot of finger pointing, a lot of infighting, okay, because the boat is sinking. And also, yes, they're going to try everything. The only way, and it's a very, very dangerous thing to do, okay, cancel the election. I don't see that happening. And to whatever I feel, that's the only thing that's that's the only way. Prevent people from voting, that's the only way they will remain in power. I'm not saying it's out of the question, but I don't see it happening. Okay, I don't want to, let's put it this way, 90-something chance, 90% chance plus elections are going to be held. I don't see them canceling it. I'm just saying, that's the only way they will remain in power, the way I am getting this. The number of people who are going to go out, even Republicans, they don't want what we are going through in this country to continue. The number of people going out to vote will be overwhelming. But to go back to what I was saying, things are not well behind the scenes. That's why Bob Bovino, okay, he's being transferred somewhere, either North Carolina or something like that, and they're pulling out some CBP officers, all that good stuff, okay. It is because infighting between Trump and the people around him, and they are looking for ways to change things. They're going to continue to deport people, but a little, because of the court order, the election and all those things put together, and people not backing down. So they're going to try to diffuse the situation, but continue to do at least a little more covertly what they've been doing openly, thinking those things would frighten people, and it's not working. So my prediction is still the same for Stephen Miller. There's going to be a huge blow-up. I can confuse time like I've always warned people. But Miller thought he was president, but hiding behind Trump. He was content to hurt people he doesn't like, people who are different from him. He's not the only one. A bunch of people around him feel that way. That's what binds them together. Okay? But intuitively, it's not going to work. Stephen is going to go his own way, and at the right time, all those agents that are taking part in those activities, those who broke the law, will be prosecuted. Like I said, my prediction a long time ago was they were going to have to change ICE, and that's what's coming. And also a lot of cleanup as well. And Bovino is going to have a lot of legal issues. That's my prediction. So the agents that are there now, okay, they're doing it, and they're like, surreptitiously, like, they don't want people to think, to believe what we are seeing. That's basically because they don't want to feel like the people won this round. That's basically why they are doing a lot of things that they are doing. But you know what, guys? I think it's going to happen sometimes next year. There is a change that's to come in this administration, a major change. It may have to do with Trump. Because as I'm talking and focusing on Miller, people around Trump, I keep getting change. But I think it may have to do with Trump. Okay, it feels like next year, maybe, his health situation decline precipitously and things that worse and he can't hold on to power. Something is going to happen. Or it may be the Epstein file, because the Epstein file is going to take a major toll on his health. Because I don't know how many of you have been watching Hakeem Jeffries the past week or so. This morning, I have to read this because I want to repeat it verbatim the way he said it. He says that Mike Johnson is keeping Congress away from, they got a free vacation because he doesn't want them to vote against releasing the Epstein files. So he simply, the way he put it, hang on a second, the way he said it, I just saw it and I'm going to have to paraphrase. Yeah, Mike Johnson is running a pedophile protection program. That's what I wanted to say the way he said it. But this is the side of Hakeem Jeffries, the fighter that I've been waiting for a while. But the way he's going about doing it, he's like in their faces. And the rest of the Democrats are going to continue. They're going to take the same attitude. It's going to have a major effect on Trump. It's going to have a major effect on his health. Because, when you are when you do something bad, they take a mirror, or they show you who you are, you're like, he can't handle it. He's going to have a major problem with it. And that may be why I am getting a change is coming. Let's see what happens. But he's not going to have a good time the way I feel what's coming when it comes with the Epstein files. I am sorry I didn't say hi to people. Hi Maxine, La Douceur, Derato Shurenzi, Glorious E, and everyone else, I'm sorry. Chat managers, I appreciate your help. Anyway, I came out swinging here. And the other thing is, it feels like the media, I said a while back, I predicted the media and everyone will start, calling out Trump. And it seems like it's starting to happen, meaning about his age, the way he goes about lying about everything. That's what I meant. And if you look at the past couple of days, the media is beginning to basically ask questions about his health, his age, and some of the, like falling asleep, they are beginning to question all those things and expect that to get worse as we go forward. And like I said, was that yesterday or the day before yesterday? There is another health event that's going to happen. There won't be, they won't be able to lie about it. Let's put it that way. That's what I feel is coming. And I would be surprised if it doesn't happen between now and January. Because this Epstein stuff, he can't control it. okay, among other things that are good to come out. And he's a control freak. He wants, like, even the Supreme Court, he barks like he wants to give them orders. And if that doesn't happen, he gets all frustrated and his blood pressure shoots up. And a lot of the symptoms he's displaying today are going to get worse. And it's going to be very obvious. His age, well, a lot of people are 79. They're healthier than him. I hope I'll be healthier than he is too when I reach 79. But the thing is, because of all the illnesses that he has, it's going to go out of control. No matter how good the physicians he has around him, they're not going to be able to help him. And the challenges that are ahead of him, he's not going to be able to control anyone or anything. So that's going to make things stress. He's going to make everything more pronounced, and they're not going to be able to deny it anymore. They're going to have to come clean with what's going on with his health. That's my prediction. And they found another way. I'm moving on to the Judge Cannon. That put her name there for a reason. I'm sure you guys heard. There is an AG in Florida. They found a way, it seems like, to start using that office to go after Trump or perceived enemies. That stuff is going to blow up. Cannon will find herself in trouble. I don't know the law. I don't know how it works. She's already in trouble with some judges in the Ninth Circuit, I believe. The appeal court is in Florida. I don't know if it's the Ninth Circuit. But they ordered her to do some stuff because she was taking her time. She did not want to release the Jack Smith, the finding of Jack Smith, okay? So they got on her case. Expect those types of orders from the appellate court to get worse. And if you think the way they are going in Virginia, hiring that lady who has no experience, I don't remember her name, to go after Trump's perceived enemies, it's going to be worse in Florida, and it's not going to work. The other thing I was getting the other day, the Hispanic community in Florida, they've turned on Trump among with a whole bunch of other people. Just like that sandwich guy, he got acquitted. If it gets to that point, intuitively I feel, a lot of those people they are prosecuting for no reason on Trump talk charges will just be let go. Unfortunately, some of them may spend, it's expensive. And well, that's the goal anyway, to make them spend money and to besmirch their reputation. But it's going to backfire on the people who are doing the prosecutors, among others. And intuitively, I feel people are going to lose their law licenses. Watch that. I don't know how it works. A lot of you know a lot more about this than I do. But remember, those prosecutors, people who are doing the wrong thing, like the lead AG, I don't remember his name. It's a guy, he looks like he's in his 50s, he has beard. They were showing his picture yesterday on CNN and among other, and MSNBC. I don't know about Fox, I don't watch Fox. I don't even have Fox on my channel lineup, so. But even him too, he will not be exempt from what's coming after this is over. That's my prediction. Let's see what happens. And let me see. I just want to make sure I don't keep on talking because I can. Now, The House is back. A lot of you are asking me about the premium, the rise of, the cost of health insurance costs. And intuitively, I feel it's going to be a difficult call, or a difficult, what's the right way to put this? It's going to be difficult for Democrats to get what they want. I feel there will be negotiations because it's going to be too hot for Republicans. They're going to do everything they can because they want to make sure we go and get insurance from private industries as opposed to the government. The way they have it structured right now, I can't explain the difference, okay? They want their buddies, their sponsors, to be making the money instead. I feel it may be between now and February, March, but Democrats are going to win that fight. It can happen any time in between. As you know, reopening the government is only for about 2 months or something to that effect. Okay, then they're going to bring everything, start hashing things out, how to go about helping to keep the cost of health insurance down. It's going to be tough, but I feel Republicans will lose, and that's why I said they're going to keep digging. It's because they're going to continue to fight and make a fool out of themselves. Just like right now they think they won. Just like right now they think they won because the Democrats backed down. Like I said Monday, I didn't think so. And there's an article, I believe it's in the New York Times. Somebody explained it very well. A reporter explained it very well. Why Republicans shouldn't start dancing or continue dancing like they are victorious, because this is going to backfire. And intuitively, I feel like saying, and people are going to remember how to vote because of what's going to transpire in the next couple of months. And intuitively, I feel Democrats will continue to remind us what happened. And also, they're going to find a way to mesh the Epstein file, what's been going on, shutting down the government, trying to get people, kick people off, or the ACA, or allow companies to raise our premium, all those things. Like I said before, if not all, the majority of Republicans will be voted out of office. That's my prediction. I hear people still doubting or thinking that people will forget by next November. Things are going to get worse between now and next November. The economy, they can't turn it around. They don't have the people, and also they're all in making believes. Just like, I don't know how many of you heard what Trump says, okay? I believe it was last night. The notion that inflation is worse is a Democrat fabrication. He's going to continue to tell people or convince us what we are seeing at the store and we're spending money to buy, it's a figment of our imagination. You think you just paid $12 or $10 for packs of eggs, but you didn't pay that. You only paid a couple of dollars. That's basically what he's going to try to do. It's going to fail, or people around him. That's my prediction. The Republicans are going to continue to dig the hole. Trump is going to continue trying to lie, and it's not going to work. Because there is something that's changed. The media is beginning to be a little less fearful of him coming after them. I don't know, I'm not sure why. In fact, I don't know how many of you heard that he's thinking of suing the British newspaper. I don't remember the name of it right now. Okay, because they edited a video of him giving a speech about January 6th, and the way they edited it, they made it sound like he was ordering people to go and do their thing during January 6th. So he's not happy about that because he's doing everything he can to cover that up. But that's not going to work either. The videos are out there. They can try to blame it on everybody or anybody they can. It's not going to work. Because, like I said a long time ago, everything they do is built on lies. And there's no way of changing this. They can't change it. That's my prediction. But that's not going to stop them from trying. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. And then I have a couple of other questions. Oh, that's pretty. I didn't think about that. Music Aaron Diana says, ever since the Tonight Show, Jimmy Kimmel Citizen Uprising, media is less afraid. You're probably right. I don't know when it started, but for the past couple of weeks, it feels like to me, it's more pronounced. A lot more people, and I said that a long time ago. Mario says, Milou, the dog is barking, don't release the files. Oh, yeah. You know, a long time ago I predicted there was going to be a time, because when I said that, people would not call him a liar. I said, watch, there's going to be a day. BBC, thank you very much, Doug Maud. He's thinking of suing BBC. Thank you for that. Yeah, I said people are going to call him a liar, and it's happening more and more. Thank you, Marilyn H. Petra Morera, and Mario. Sorry, I didn't see that. That thing is scrolling. I can't see everything. But yes, and it's happening right now. They're calling him liar. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And intuitively, I feel it's going to get worse. And he's not going to be able to stop it. And that's really going to do a job on him. Carmen Donali said, even Fox is saying things. Really? No, I don't want to watch Fox because it annoys me. Wow. That's interesting. Haikute says Hyundai filed class action lawsuit against ICE. They have so many lawsuits on the queue, it's unbelievable, but good for them. Oh, Krista McCracken, yes. Krista says, just wait till Jack Smith testify. Jack Smith is going to take him and everyone else who's still in the way to the cleaners. That's what I feel. That's going to be an amazing trial if it gets to that. Because if Trump is smart, and it feels like to me, he shrinks when people stand up to him. I feel intuitively Jack Smith is going to testify in front of Congress and in front of the Senate. That's going to be fire. And he's going to I feel the House hearing will be worse. He's really going to take those guys down. Because there are a couple of people in Congress, like Comer. There are about 4 or 5 of them. I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but I'm sure some of you can figure it out. A couple of them from Texas. I'm not going to try to remember their name because I dislike those guys so much I don't even try to remember their names. But yes, I can't wait because Jack Smith is he's a prosecutor. He's used to putting people on the defensive. Watch. This is going to be very interesting. And the Senate, it's going to be contentious as well, I feel, but it's not going to be as bad as what he's going to do to people in the House. And the other thing is, this guy has the memory of an elephant. He remembers stuff that like you wouldn't believe. And he got all the detail. And as I'm saying this, I'm seeing him, he's already getting ready. He's writing things down on how he's going to argue the case when he faces people in the Senate and in the House. He's getting ready already. So this is going to be on a sight to see. Okay, let me scroll down. DRC 1989 says, why are those MAGA congressmen quiet now? Oh, I don't think they're quiet. They've been away. They've been in the districts. I believe they're coming back today, or they came back yesterday. But that's why we haven't heard much from them, because they were nowhere to be found in DC, unless somebody went to their districts. Oh, yes. Carmen Nunali, thank you for posting this. There are 8 Republicans that took $500,000. They didn't take $500,000 yet. Did you guys see what Republicans did? Thank you for posting this. That's what I was looking for. I thought I copied it. I thought I pasted it on my document, but I forgot. I did something. My phone probably rang, and I forgot to paste it into my document. Let me tell you, did you guys hear a group of Republicans? They inserted some kind of bill, okay, into that, I don't know how they call it, but an option for them to be able to get money from DOJ, just like Trump was trying to get $250 million from DOJ, something similar, but they wanted to be able to get money back because they were investigated by Jack Smith. Can you imagine this? And that was one of the reasons that made me put that title, and I couldn't remember what it is. GOP keeps digging the hole. They keep digging. Something like that. When people find out, I mean, when I heard it, I was shocked. I mean, given what they're doing already, and the perception they've created, and for them to insert something like that in the bill, it's unbelievable. Okay. FSU 4031 says, I heard a YouTuber. Thank you very much, MK, for your generosity on the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I heard a YouTuber say that the Republicans are calling for nationwide abortion legislation in order to pass the ACA credit. Yes, I heard about that. I don't remember exactly I know what it is. They have the language already in the bill, okay, for ACA, but some states has a way of circumventing whatever it is, the language that they have in the bills. They want that change in order to support the ACA. So all those things, that's what I meant earlier when I said that, it's going to be a fight. Okay, but I feel eventually the ACA, the cost of insurance ACA will continue. That's what I feel. Let's see what happens. Patricia Epstein says, because of the flight shutdown, they are having to drive once, even riding his motorcycle back to Washington. Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of them are having difficulties, like everyone else. So I'm not surprised if somebody's either driving or riding, however they get there. If you can't fly, or some of them I'm sure are afraid to, Diana says Jack Smith is a prosecutor who worked in different roles and the Hague. Yes, that's true, including as an investigation coordinator. Really? International Criminal Court, including as an investigation coordinator at the International Criminal Court and as the chief prosecutor for Kosovo specialist chambers. I heard about the Kosovo thing. Yeah, this guy, he's really smart, and he remembers. Every time I see him, I can tell he remembers things like you wouldn't believe. That's what I keep getting from him. I have not heard about that. Joyce Matthews said no one is talking about the poison pill about abortion. Well, if there is a poison pill in the bill, it's not gonna make it, because it feels like to me some people are going through this bill with a fine-tooth comb. So let's see what happened. Miss E18 says, Milou, will there be another shutdown in January? It's possible, but I'm not getting, because Republicans don't want another one. That's the motivation factor. And also because of Trump, it's bothering Trump because he feels like he's being blamed for him, and Republicans are being blamed for this past shutdown. They've been trying, and they're going to continue to try, and to whatever I feel that's the way I'm getting them, okay, to say it wasn't them. It wasn't, you guys know that song? It Wasn't Me? I forget the name of the artist. That's what Trump is trying to do, an "it wasn't me" thing, you know? That song is crazy, but that's what came to mind when I was trying to explain this. But they're not going to succeed. There is no way. No. Okay. Shaggy, Missy, thank you. Yeah, that's the artist. It wasn't me. I love that song. Every time I hear that song, it's so funny. Yes. Gwyneth. Gwyneth, oh my God. Okay, let's see. Jersey Dog is asking, do you see the senators getting the money? Absolutely not. Oh, in fact, I'm sure right now, if they could find a way to disappear, because this has hit the news, they would. Oh yeah, no, they're going to get zilch. Yeah. Shan Bennett says, maybe do you see the states reducing or stop sending money to the federal government and allocating it to help their constituents instead? I doubt it. And it's not only intuitively, I'm not seeing them doing it. They will talk about it, but I heard an expert as well saying that for some reason, I don't think the state can do it. Something like that. I don't remember the logic behind it. Okay. Those are the way the systems are set up or something like that. But no, I don't, a lot of us would like to see that because of the way Trump is behaving with our tax dollars as if it's his. But I feel there are going to be other ways of fighting back for the states to get their whatever is due to them. So, and also, you know what? There are other ways as well. If you notice, the states and people have been very effective at fighting back against Trump. So they don't have to, if they don't have to use that approach. They have so many other tools at their disposal. So they've been fighting back, and they're not losing. You know, Trump has the levers and he's pulling doing a whole lot of stuff. But the states are doing an amazing job fighting back. And intuitively, that's what I feel. I don't like what's going on, you know, because the country has changed tremendously. But when this is over, it will be a better place. We're going to learn from this. That's America. That's the American way. We learn from this past, whatever happened, and make things better. So, but no, states, among other people who are fighting back against them, have been very effective. Okay. Diana is asking, Milou, do you see anyone taking accountability or being held accountable for the fishing boat drug runners, so-called blow-up or mistaken identities on the high seas? Yes. They're not going to, you know, they're going to be held accountable. That's what's coming. Definitely. And that's one of the reasons why the UK stopped. Well, it's deeper than that, but they're using that as a reason to say they no longer want to collaborate with us in sharing intelligence, because they say point blank, this is illegal. So, yeah, no, the people who are behind this, eggshell definitely. And unfortunately, our soldiers will get caught in this situation. Let's see what happens. DRC Nathaniel says, will people change their thinking and become more cooperative with each other? After this is over, not everyone, but the animosity, because people are going to learn from this. A lot of people are getting hurt, you know. So thank God, you know, most Americans are very forgiving and open to healing, and they understand, you know, we are all in this situation together, and we have to do the right thing by one another. So, no, there'll be cooperation. I mean, not everybody, okay? There's a small percentage who those who, like I said yesterday, who voted for Trump before, and they said they will vote for him again. These people, for whatever reason, whatever trauma they suffered when they were kids, they like to be abused. You know, you can't change these people. So, anyway, thank you everyone for spending time with me. Sharon Jones says, will Medicare for all eventually happen? Not soon, but yes, at some point, yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. I want to say a very great, a big thank you to everyone for supporting me. I want you guys to know I appreciate it, okay? Sometimes I complain about the way YouTube treats my channel, but I don't want you to think that I lose sight of how all of you have supported the channel. I really appreciate it. And also I would like to remind everyone, Raven Newcole is helping me write my biography, or the way I evolved from accepting this gift and also begin to and also reading for the public. And she's been doing an amazing job. If you would like to write a book, she will help you as well. And I'm going to put her email address below the video. So if you need help, feel free to contact Raven Nichols, okay? And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing if you like the channel, if you're not a subscriber yet. And also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That will help the channel a lot. I will see you all tomorrow unless something major happens later. Till then, bye. Hi Petra, you're very welcome.